in doing that. I just felt like it was disrespectful to me, to my relationship. It just was, period, the end. But I think I've endured so much disrespect, and I still do to this day.
This ain't just another Hailey and Justin story. This is deeper than relationship drama. Behind every Vogue cover, every red carpet kiss, and every perfect Instagram photo, there's a story Hailey never told until now. Because let's keep it a buck, Hailey Baldwin-Bieber didn't just marry into fame. She's been fighting for respect in the modeling world from day one, fighting to step out of the shadows of names like Kendall Jenner and Gigi Hadid, and just when she finally got her moment, her own husband, Justin Bieber, made sure to ruin it. That Vogue cover, the one that she waited years to land solo, should have been her career highlight, but instead, Justin made it about himself. With one backhanded Instagram caption, he dimmed her spotlight and reminded the world who he thinks is the real star. Yo, this reminds me when Hailey and I got into a huge fight. I told Hales she would never be on the cover of Vogue. Yikes, I know. He went on to say, yikes, I know, so mean, he shared. For some reason, because I felt so disrespected, I thought I gotta get even. I think as we mature, we realize that we're not helping anything by getting even. We're honestly just prolonging what we really want, which is intimacy and connection. Seriously? Fans were not having it. They went off on Bieber, calling him out for what they saw as cold behavior towards Hailey. One said, "Who needs enemies when they have a husband like you?" reacting to what they felt was a lack of public affection or support. Another added, "Hailey doesn't need new haters. She is the biggest one at home," implying that Justin himself was doing more harm to her than her online critics. Then another one said, "Y'all are giving staying together for the kids vibes," suggesting that their relationship now felt forced or performative rather than genuine. After the caption change, another fan commented, "It's too late to say sorry," referencing Justin's own song and hinting that any attempt to fix things now might be meaningless. Even though he apologized pretty fast, the damage was already done. Everyone saw just how little support he was showing for his wife's career. But the real question is, why does Justin keep doing this to her? Remind her that he didn't think she was going to get a Vogue cover and embarrass her publicly? Because if you look closer, this ain't the first time he's publicly overshadowed, humiliated, or flat out disrespected Hailey. From brushing off her kisses to even posting a meme of a little kid in winter gear flipping the middle finger in like 5 different ways, captioned "POV me behind my girlfriend after she makes me mad." Like, seriously? At one point, he openly made her feel small in front of cameras, telling her not to touch him and humiliating her in public.
You know, am I on top of this person too much? Is he sick of me? It's like, cause then...
You're just honest, babe. I can't, don't touch me right now. Like, not right now, but I'm just...
I thought you were being serious.
No, just in general. That just happens sometimes.
The pattern is disturbing, and it led fans to ask one question no one ever wanted to say out loud. Is Justin Bieber emotionally sabotaging Hailey's career on purpose? Let's talk about the industry for a second, because Hailey has never had it easy. Sure, she's a Baldwin by name, but in the modeling world, that only gets you so far. If you're not towering over everyone, strutting like you were born on a runway, and rolling with the Hadid Jenner crew, the doors don't exactly fly open. Hailey's talked about this before, how her rise in modeling wasn't some overnight success. It was slow, frustrating, and yeah, kinda lonely. She always felt like she didn't quite measure up, especially standing next to friends like Kendall, Bella, and Gigi. Not just emotionally, but literally, she didn't fit the typical mold, and the industry made sure that she knew it.
It honestly just took a lot of trial and error. Some of the products that are now out in the final products, they took 16 rounds of reformulation.
This wasn't some internal struggle or self-doubt. It was rejection, plain and simple. People in power actually questioned if she was a real model. Can you imagine? She's been hustling ever since she was a teen, and she had to work her ass off to land major campaigns and even walk for top designers. Then she married one of the biggest pop stars on the planet, and still folks treated her like she was just some influencer who got lucky. That Vogue cover should have been her big moment, the kind that shuts down the doubters and proves that she has what it takes, a chance to finally step into her own spotlight. But instead of her husband lifting her up and letting her have that win, he somehow made it about himself. What should have been a celebration turned into a reminder of how little faith he had in her back then. It just left a bad taste, especially on a day that was supposed to be all about her. And what makes it even worse, Justin's shown way more love to other people in the past, like actual support. Even his ex, Kendall Jenner, got a sweeter moment. Let's go back to 2016. Kendall lands a Vogue cover. What does Justin do? He reposts it and says, "Congrats, Ken, you look beautiful." Super simple, no drama, no weird jokes, just genuine love. But when it's Hailey, he throws it back to a moment where he basically dismissed her dreams and then shared it on her big day, calling it growth. Fans were not impressed. One viral tweet pointed out the message he sent to the friend he hooked up with was more heartfelt than the one he sent to his own wife. The vibes were just all wrong, and people definitely noticed. This wasn't just about a few awkward posts, it was starting to look like a pattern, and honestly, it is draining to watch. Behind the scenes, things are even messier. People close to them say Justin and Hailey argue a lot, and when they do, he doesn't hold back. He takes jabs at her where it hurts the most. Her career. He says things that tear her down, make her feel like she's not enough, and then he says sorry, and she always ends up forgiving him. Every single time. Their relationship is intense, full of big fights and big makeups. It's like a modern-day Romeo and Juliet without the romantic lines. People close to them say that Hailey really believes she can help him change, but whether things are good or bad, they just keep going in circles. And Hailey isn't just dealing with the arguments. She's also navigating the fallout of Justin's erratic public behavior, which some fans are calling the beginning of a mental breakdown. Let's be real, Justin is clearly going through it, and he's even admitted as much. Rumor has it he's been feeling down, depressed, and frustrated after uncovering serious financial issues caused by trusted friends who took advantage of him. Now his team says he's clean, but fans aren't so sure, especially after that video went viral of him at Hailey's pop-up shop where he was rambling, super hyped, and honestly just seemed off. It got people talking and seriously concerned about what's going on with him. Another video shows Justin rapping nonsense bars online saying, "I fly high like a magpie, I go high like a bad guy." Things really blew up after he was caught on camera at Coachella 2025, possibly smoking weed. At least that's what fans are saying. Hailey didn't waste time. She grabbed Justin's teenage half-brother Jackson and got him out of there. But Justin, he just kept dancing with his crew like nothing happened. The backlash was intense, and once again, Hailey had to step in and clean up the mess. She took Justin to Disneyland, hoping that it would lift his mood, but honestly, it just seemed to do the opposite. Photos started popping up everywhere showing Justin looking super down at Disneyland of all places. Like, the happiest place on earth, right? It was clear that Hailey was just trying to be there for him, to show that she cared, and she really stood by him, but you could tell that she's exhausted. "I'm fragile, I'm insecure, and I've had more days than I can count where I've scrolled Instagram comparing myself to everyone else." That is straight from Hailey. She shared that right after Justin posted a video of himself crying. Some say that it was from the pressure, and others claim it was from when he found out that she was pregnant and he wasn't ready. If that's true, that's dark. Fans are over it. After watching years of shady moments and subtle disrespect, they're finally speaking up. Like, this doesn't look like love. It definitely doesn't feel healthy. Even her friends in the industry seem to notice. They're out here cheering her on while her own husband can't even match that energy. Kim and Kylie are all hyping her up under that Vogue post, and meanwhile, Justin went off on some emotional side rant. And then there's Selena. She liked a Rhode Skin post featuring Hailey, and the internet instantly went crazy. A few hours later, she posted something cryptic about cheering someone on, and yeah, fans read between the lines. After all that, fans were seriously side-eyeing Justin. One even said that all of this support made them feel pretty sure that he's been the problem all along. Now, here's where things start to get scary, because some fans aren't just talking about emotional disrespect anymore, they're bringing up alleged physical abuse. And y'all, if even half of this is true, we're looking at a side of Justin the public was not supposed to see. Let's go back to 2017, Ecuador. Hailey was reportedly filming FaceTiming Justin on her phone, and what started as a normal moment turned ugly quick. Allegedly, he grabbed her arms, pushed her, and made her fall to the ground. There were other girls there as witnesses who said that they were scared because of how aggressive he got. And that's not even the only time. There's also a moment where he straight up hits her in public with cameras watching. Like, if that's what goes down in public, can you even imagine what might be happening behind closed doors? Then there's the video of him yelling at Hailey in Vegas, walking fast and animated while she trails behind. People called it a red flag. Others called it classic abuser behavior, love bombing in private, tearing her down in public. Another fan documented moment, he exits a car and slams the door right before Hailey can get out.
What up, Jay? What's up, Justin? Good morning, Justin.
And that's when people started calling this whole thing a humiliation ritual. Like he's emotionally breaking her down in front of the whole world. What makes all of this even harder is that Hailey has been pretty open about how much it gets to her. In the past, she shared how exhausting it is to be constantly hit with rumors. One minute they're getting divorced, the next they're moving across the world, or apparently miserable all the time. She thought that she could act like it hurts less and less, only to find out that it actually doesn't. The pressure never really lets up, and it's not just from random people online. Even when she's out there doing her thing, working on photo shoots, building up her skincare brand, she's still dealing with this constant need to prove herself and feel validated. It clearly wears her down. And when Justin overshadows her big wins, it reinforces the narrative that she's not enough without him. But y'all, she is not just suffering quietly, she is trying to speak up, to reclaim her story, and to remind people that she's the brand too. Justin's been open about his inner demons. He even admitted that when people tell him he deserves success, it makes him feel like a fraud. If they only knew my thoughts, how judgmental I am, how selfish I really am, I definitely feel unqualified most days. He said that his instinct is to tear others down when he feels unworthy.
People told me my whole life, wow, Justin, you deserve that. Adding, it made me feel sneaky, like, damn, if they only knew my thoughts, how judgmental I am, how selfish I really am, they wouldn't be saying this.
So maybe what he did to Hailey, overshadowing her moment, wasn't really about her. Maybe it was about his own shame boiling over. Still, that's not an excuse, because whether he meant to or not, Justin is creating an environment where Hailey's biggest wins become her biggest embarrassments. Like when he quietly switched up his caption after people started calling him out. He went from that weird confession about saying she'd never get one of those most prestigious and influential fashion magazine covers to a totally random mix of emojis, shrugs, finger pointing, heart hands, and even that smiley face with a tear. What was that even supposed to mean? And the worst part, Hailey just took it. Now let's bring it full circle, because this ain't just about an Instagram post or public fights. This is about career sabotage, mental exhaustion, and the real possibility that Hailey might walk away from modeling entirely. Insiders say she's been distancing herself from fashion shows, focusing more on road, moving into business and skincare. Why? Because being a model means being seen. And right now, every time she steps into the spotlight, Justin finds a way to dim it. That cover moment was supposed to change that, and instead, it might have been the final straw. Will she quit? We don't know. But what we do know is that this woman has endured a decade of disrespect, public humiliation, and emotional whiplash. And she's still here, still fighting, still working, still smiling. But for how long? So now we ask, was this love or was this low-key career sabotage dressed as support? Because from the fights, to the confessions, to the deleted captions, to the silence during her biggest moments, Justin has shown us something that Hailey maybe won't say out loud. That sometimes the man who says he loves you might also be the one holding you back. If you're still here, you're the real MVP. Now, we want to hear from you. Do you think that Justin is actually trying to sabotage Hailey's modeling career, or is this just one chaotic love story with way too many red flags? Hit that like button and subscribe for more.